Welcome to Soccer as We Like It, the Man United direction. As you know, there is no football today but international friendlies and League of Nations. But we, as United fans, we always have something to provide for the United viewers. Today, we are talking about United's biggest flops. People who have played past and present for United and have been either they've been bought too expensively, failed to deliver, failed everything in all aspects, absolutely rubbish. Joining me today from Tampa, representing the Tampa crew, is Devin. Devin, welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you. Well, thank you for having me.
And you know your boy, the controversial one, Houston Red Army, Bemsy, is here with us today. We know he's going to probably bring the whole of last season out as his biggest flops in United's history, but we'll wait to see. Benz, how are you, mate?
I'm doing good, man.
Right, let's kick off quickly. Devin, now, United have, from even side Alex Ferguson to the current manager, they always make, they make bad signings. They're always here and there. But there's some who stand out that you're like, oh, hell no. How the hell did he get in this club? And some players were good before they came to United. They come to United and the lights just go out.
Yep.
But on your list today, who is your number 5? Or do you have more than 5? You could count us down quickly.
So I have 5 because I know we said the list is from 2000 on.
Yeah.
But if you were to extend it for the 99-2000 season, I have one that I have to add in there.
Add pro, mate.
All right. So if we're gonna add him in, I'm gonna start with Massimo Taibi.
Oh, our favorite one. I have something for you. A lot of people who don't know Massimo Taibi, let me share you. He was known for this. This was what he became famous for. Let me fill it up.
Yeah, I don't have a list, man.
Well, you better start thinking, bro.
Yeah, just said a name out there that the older fans, they probably forgot about him, and they said it and they're like, oh yeah.
Where is this? Hold on. Let me find it quickly.
Was he on your list, Tim?
Yes. He's on my list. He's very much there. He's he's a legend in that aspect. I'll tell you, mate. I'm trying to find him. Can you see my screen?
You got a whole list there.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Let me see. I got 1, 2, 3.
Did you see? Can you see the YouTube video, Sharon?
No.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I just showed the video. Hold on. How did I not share it?
Yeah, right. You're showing us your list, your whole list of all the flops you had.
Right. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh hell no, not him. Oh hell no.
Wow. That's what you watch in your spare time.
This guy's a clown because it's people I've always I listen to every now and then, but he's not going to be Massimo Taibi. Can you see it? Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
That was what made it famous. Vems,
Are you kidding me?
That was a guy who was signed after
Massimo
the treble.
Taibi, yeah.
Yep. He was supposed to be Schmeichel's replacement.
Exactly. Hold on.
Wow.
Yeah, so because when he sent out the rules, he said from 2000 to 2022. Technically, because he was signed at the beginning of the 99-2000 season, I was like, can we count him or not? But I was like, I have to put him in there somehow.
He only played 4 games for United and conceded 5 against Chelsea. We got spanked 5-0. That game was a 3-3 against Southampton. That's 8, and another 2 goals. So he conceded 10 goals in 4 games, and he was done. He was done. That was it. He was finished. No, that goal was shown every day. There was no social media back in them days.
But it was so sure.
You could imagine if there was social media like that. So you put him as your number 5 flop, right? Going downwards. Okay. Who's your number 4?
So I will probably have to. I'll say Juan Sebastian Veron.
Veron.
Veron,
He
yes.
was not a bad player, but it just did not happen for him.
It's weird. It's like because like it just English football did not work for him because he did not play well at Chelsea either.
No, exactly. We paid 29 million for him under Sir Alex for 2001 to 2003. He played 51 matches and scored 7 goals as a midfielder, but it all went wrong. Huh?
Second from the bottom.
Yes. No, it wasn't a bad player. It just did not work out, did it? It just did not work out.
It did not.
You know, I mean, at the time that was when United were going to try and transfer from the 4-4-2 to 4-3-3, and he was going to play in midfield with Keane and Beckham. They're going to play more than it just did not work out, bro. And he was a good player, but I don't know. It didn't work out. So he's your number 4 flop. Well, who you got in? Who you got next?
Cleberson.
Oh God. You really are going deep, mate.
Yeah. It's funny because I was sitting here looking at your list and I'm like, yeah, I got him.
Cleberson, when Cleberson joined United. Let me
right
see,
after the World Cup. It was right after
the World Cup.
Yeah,
he actually signed with Ronaldo on the same day together, and they thought he was going to bring the magic, and
it just did not work out
at all. I don't know why. And this was when we started going into the South American market. You know. Let me see if I have his stats up here somewhere. Oh yes, he played 30 games and scored 2 goals. 2003 season, 30 appearances, 2 goals in 2 seasons. So, well. So Cleberson, Taibi, who you got next?
Let me see who I have. I said Bebe.
Oh God.
Lord Bebe. remember Lord Bebe?
I remember him. I mean, he was supposed to be like a Portuguese winger, kind of. Do I have him? Let me see.
I think it was the only, like, there was a stat, like, he was the only person that Sir Alex never watched before he signed.
Yeah. He was a winger, but
and his transfer, he played so bad. I think the agent was actually investigated for corruption because of it. I think that was the stats with that one.
Wow. He played in the 04 season. I mean, no, 2013. He played for United on the side, but he just did not. It didn't work out at all.
It didn't work out at all.
It was
Bebe Legend. That's what his nickname was. Bebe Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad. Yeah. Who's your number 2?
Angel Di Maria.
Who?
Angel Di Maria.
Oh God. That guy, he just had the problem with Man United. I think he said he hates the people in Manchester, something along those lines.
You heard about like the comments that like his wife came out recently and spoke about?
No, what did she say?
And she basically like trashed like all British women, saying they looked horrible and all this other stuff, like people were so blind and everything. And I'm like, you are no you're no fashion model yourself.
No, I know, right?
And to be married to Angel Di Maria. Because I'm just saying, like, you're not married to him for his looks. That's for starters.
He ain't wall paying.
Exactly.
He's not out of work, but hey, money does talk.
Exactly.
Right. So you have Di Maria as your number 2. Who's your king of flops?
Alexis Sanchez.
Oh. Oh God. Do I have him here? I think I have him on the list on the wall somewhere here. Is he here? Do I have him? Do I have Sanchez? I have Sanchez. I don't have Sanchez. I thought I had him.
Yeah, I was looking at your list, like, I can't. Anytime you score twice at Anfield, I can't have you as a flop. I don't care what else you did. Like you cemented your status. So I wouldn't have Forlan in there. I heard people mentioning him, but like, no, I'm like, I can't list him as a flop.
You don't list him as a flop?
No.
Okay. That's fair. That makes sense. Okay. All right. Let's get back to reality. So your king of, so let me count backwards now. King of your number one flop of all time is Alexis Sanchez, who had a total of 45 appearances for United and scored 5 goals in the 2018 season.
And had that ridiculous contract as well too.
400 a week. 400,000 a week. And you gave 5 goals in 45 games. Played under Mourinho and Ole. Jeez. So going backwards, counting down, your number 5 was Taibi.
Well, so I had 6. I had because Taibi was the honorable mention.
Right.
We changed
6,
the rules.
Taibi.
Yeah.
So go back with Taibi. Who else?
Veron. Kleberson. Bebe. Di Maria. Sanchez.
And Sanchez. Bemsy, what you got for us?
Okay, my number 1 is well, sorry.
I think
5,
1 going
Bebe.
back, 1 at the best, or going 5 downwards.
Okay, 5. Bebe.
Number 5, Bebe. Okay. Oh God, he was. I mean, I don't know how United scouts were operating those days. I'll tell you that. Even under Sir Alex, it is worrying. Okay, number 4.
Number 4, Sebastian Veron.
Okay, cool. Number 3.
Number 3. No,
Pastor President, don't be shy.
Number 3, I'm gonna go with number 3. I'm gonna go with Di Maria.
Okay.
Di Maria. Let me quickly. If I have his stats anyway.
Your list is very close to mine, Bems.
So Di Maria signed for United.
There's gonna be a difference.
Di Maria signed for United 2014 under Louis van Gaal.
There's gonna be a difference shortly.
33 matches, 4 goals, and 11 assists.
There's gonna be a difference very soon.
Okay, and number 1. And so your number 1 was Bebe. Number 4 was Veron. Number 3 is Di Maria. Who's number 2?
Okay, so my number 2. This one's tough, man. I don't know how to rank these 2 players. One of them is a current. One of them is a current player. The other one didn't play. He doesn't play. He doesn't play for us anymore.
So you could have 2A and 2B. Then you have a number 1.
I got 2A, 2B.
Okay, so you can have tie. You can have that tie.
Okay, I got the 2A, 2B. Okay, so I mean these 2. I mean, yeah. Okay. So you give me three players now. Okay.
Right.
Both of them start with
2B. 2B. I'll go with Damian.
Oh my God, I forgot him. Damian.
Okay. I'll go with Damian. 2B. I'll go with Damian. He that guy was terrible.
Yeah, some who slip through the cracks. Yeah, Damian. He was very bad. He's supposed to be a right back, right? Wasn't he a right back?
Yeah,
right back.
He was supposed to be a right back.
Who signed Damian?
He went to somewhere in Italy.
No,
who signed him?
It was
under whose manager?
It was Van Gaal, I think. Van Gaal signed him.
Yeah, I think
Van Gaal.
But yeah, I think right now he's somewhere in Italy.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So
2A.
This is controversial.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put this
for the
guy
controversial one. Are we surprised?
Yeah, Maguire.
Hey! I knew this one. I said this guy is not gonna spare this guy. And number 1, the king of the flops for you,
Alexis Sanchez.
It's so funny because I keep on hearing people ask what formation should United play, and all I hear is they need to play the ABH formation. Anyone but Harry. That's all I've been hearing people say.
Anyone but Harry, my word.
But Harry.
I was like, oh my God.
We have come to the conclusion. Both of you agree your flops. Your lists are so similar because you both have your king of the flops as Alexis Sanchez. You have Di Maria in there. You have Diamond in there. I mean, David didn't have Diamond. You both have Bebe in there. You both have Veron in there.
Veron, yeah.
But you still, it's very similar. Right, let me drop.
Similar,
but
I'm gonna say this, right? What was it about? I'll say it about. So the reason why for me Maguire is on there, is because one, Maguire is he has not won anything.
Right.
When I mean he hasn't won anything at all.
Right.
He is a complainer. He puts stuff out to the media. He's a blame shifter.
Well, actually, that
and
thing
he's
that came
not
out
that superb at all by himself.
Well,
so that's why.
In Maguire's defense, that article that came out this week was made up by the ESPN reporter. He was the source.
Okay. That just came out just recently. That it was
he said he said something that he complained that Maguire blamed the Gea and United for not helping him for his poor form of last season.
I know that part, but I'm just trying to find out who like this ESPN
so
reporter.
In your opinion, has he delivered for United for his price tag?
No. Well, he did in the beginning, like when we had our second place season, but he's kind of dropped off since.
But okay.
However, with that being said, with the size of his head, he should be scoring so many more headers. It's not even funny.
Right.
Yeah. So this ESPN reported that when did that come out? Because I haven't heard it. This ESPN report.
Wednesday.
No. The ESPN reporter that said it was a made up story. When did this story that it was that came from the ESPN reporter?
So he came out and wrote the article. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday.
Wednesday
When it basically came out and said a source close to Maguire said this. And then it later revealed he went on an ESPN FC or whatever, and then said that source was himself.
Oh, okay. So the reporter came out and said it was himself. The reporter came out and confessed. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't hear that part.
No, I didn't hear that part either.
Yeah, I didn't hear that part. But my thing is, even if it wasn't Maguire, my thing is, why didn't he come out and say something about it?
So from what I'm hearing is that he actually called, I think it was Ten Hag or somebody at the club, like Maguire did, and basically said like, this stuff is not true. I did not say any of this stuff at all, and they backed Maguire. Like, I think the club backed Maguire on that one. But then now what I'm hearing is that they want to ban this reporter again. Because remember, Fergie banned that reporter before too.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Interesting. Okay,
so
that's interesting.
This story is definitely a very interesting one.
Yeah, but Maguire is still known to be a blame shifter, though. Regardless of that story, he's still the blame shifter. And when I mean blame shifter, the guy does not take ownership for. You can clearly see that he could play better, but he doesn't take ownership. There is I don't know if it's the Houston Red Army group or it's the UK group, where someone posted the complaints of Harry Maguire recently, saying he was speaking out, saying, well, he doesn't look at the media and all this stuff. I just came off of I came off of 3 games winning streak or whatever from whatever.
And they always get selected, so I can't be doing anything wrong.
I can't be doing anything wrong, right? But then
that was the downfall move. That was a bad move.
Van Dijk comes out and says, well, I can take some of the blame because I should be playing better.
Right.
You're saying Van Dijk takes ownership for Liverpool's poor form, but Maguire doesn't. You see, I mean, and yet again, he's been part of the team that just got relegated again. When he plays, the guy is trash, man. When I mean terrible, like he's terrible. When you play with a goalkeeper, your goalkeeper doesn't trust you. It's clear. David De Gea does not trust Maguire. It is clear. Maguire doesn't like this. Sorry, De Gea doesn't like Maguire.
No, you can see sometimes when he tells him when he passes, makes a bad pass and puts it on the wrong side for De Gea. Like the guy's like.
He doesn't like. He's an entitled prick, man. That's what I think. He's a
privileged.
He's a privileged. He's a privileged trash, in my opinion. Yeah, he's useless. So that's why he's on my list, man. And plus, his performances are terrible.
You know, it's so crazy because somehow he still finds a way to make it into. He made it into a World Cup team of the season,
right?
Into the Euro team of the season. So it's just so weird to me. Like he plays well with he seems to play well in the England setup where they play 3 in the back.
Yeah.
And when it comes to United style where they play the 4-3 double pivot, it just seems not to work out.
He needs protection. That's how bad he is. He needs to play. He plays better in the system in a more defensive system when he has a lot of cover around him.
Exactly.
Simple as.
Right.
Simple as.
Right.
And as a top center back, you you should not need too much protection. But yeah,
Right. I have a list of 12, and I'm gonna count the number 12.
Ooh,
Sebastian
Delo!
Schweinsteiger. Number 12.
What the fucking
Do you remember Schweinsteiger?
Yeah, I actually have a photo with him.
You did? Oh, nice.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
he signed.
Delo just scored a
He
screamer.
signed a shirt for me.
Okay, look at you.
Yeah,
Number 11.
let me see if I can pull up that.
All right, pull it up if you can. We'll share. Number 11 is Fellaini.
If you all can see this.
Oh, that's nice. Where was this?
That was here in Tampa.
It's week of foot too.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, he was actually really nice.
Delo just scored. Good.
Yeah,
game,
Delo just
good.
scored on his weak of foot too. His left leg, a curler.
Oh,
well,
Nice.
a nice one. He's slowly
Getting
coming
there.
out of the match right now.
Yeah,
He's
getting there. I don't think
Oh.
Wan-Bissaka is gonna come back into that team anytime soon, mate. I don't think so.
It's not happening.
yeah, going back in the day. Schweinsteiger jersey. It's a shirt that he signed for me.
Oh, look at you. Nice.
Yeah.
What? So he came to Tampa as a
Yeah,
United fan, or as what did he
No,
come?
so he at the time he was playing with the Chicago Fire,
Oh.
and so
How did you get to meet him?
So they were doing their preseason training here, and they had a preseason match here against University of South Florida. So we call it USF, and they came there, and so I was there. Then I knew that they were playing, and it's funny enough because like he walked off the team bus like as they were walking in, and I saw the bus pull up, and nobody else walked over. So he walked right off. I went and had a decent conversation with him.
Oh, nice.
At the end of the match, like it was so packed there that he had.
He's German. Does he speak good English?
Yeah,
Who's that?
Schweinsteiger.
Oh, you had a chat with Schweinsteiger?
Yeah,
You showed the picture.
While you were watching that game, I showed the picture.
I know, right?
And everything.
Oh, my bad, man.
All right,
Yeah,
please
so-
show it again. Show him
I'm
again.
watching Delos go.
No, he met Schweinsteiger. That's nice. But he's my number 12 biggest flop.
Okay, so you had a chit. Like, how long was this conversation?
Probably a good 30 seconds.
Nice. So he
Like
speaks good English.
I told him like thank you for your time at United.
Yeah.
I said I wish that would have been better, and I said I'm sorry that Mourinho didn't play you that much. And he goes, yeah, well, things happen. So, but it was just cool just to chat with him that way, and then but I was surprised that nobody else recognized the team bus was walking in at that time.
Right.
And then after the match, there was probably 500 people waiting by where the players walked
wow,
out.
you were just looking at them like, I've done my part, man. I'm out of it.
But it was so bad that he had to be snuck out through a separate exit,
Really?
and not in a team bus in a separate van, because everybody then was trying to he's actually here.
I think when United got him, he kind of passed his sell by day. He
was past his time. Yeah.
He's past his time. So my number 11 is Marouane Fellaini, who played 177 games for United and scored 17 goals. Not bad for me for that, but
he did score a couple important ones though with that massive head of his.
So
I won't put Fellaini on.
You won't put Fellaini there
on a flop list. Yeah,
so he's on the upper part. Number 10.
I wouldn't list him as a flop because he definitely came through for us
So I don't list him as a flop either.
I'll give him a pass. Number 10, Taibi. We know that, the keeper. Number 9, Veron. Number 8, Bebe. 7, Kleberson. Number 6, Jemba. Oh, he was the guy supposed to take over for Roy.
So nice they named him twice, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was so bad.
You know, like the stat, I saw some stat about him, like he was on 75,000 a week, and the guy had like 30 different bank accounts. And then I heard that bankruptcy by like 32 or something like that. Like it was like, that story is sad.
This is how they spend money. Number 5, my number 5 is Harry Maguire. I'm sorry. For 80 million, I don't think he's justified the 80 million, which he hasn't done. I expected more from him, honestly. As a leader and as a captain, I think he has failed in that sector completely. So if I go down to number 4 now, this is where it starts to get very spicy. Di Maria, number 4.
Fair enough.
Number 3, Radamel Falcao. Who remembers him?
Yep, I remember.
Didn't he only have like 2 appearances or something like that?
Falcao more than 2.
Falcao played 28 times for United and scored 4 goals.
Wait. Ronaldo just scored again? God damn. Sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
Okay, number 2, I'm sorry, Lukaku.
Okay.
I think Lukaku, I don't know. I just felt it didn't go right for Lukaku at United.
God, his first touch was so horrendous.
It was so horrendous. And it got worse.
Lukaku, I won't consider Lukaku.
I consider a flop because in the sense that under Ole, I think didn't he go on strike? He went on strike.
No, he didn't go on strike.
No, I don't remember him going on strike.
He said he wasn't going to train. Remember, I said he wasn't going to train.
He didn't go on strike.
He did because Ole wanted to sell him, and he was saying he wasn't in. That was when he had put on that much weight.
He has to leave. He has to leave. He has to leave because Ole wasn't playing him.
Ole wanted to leave, and he had put on so much of that muscle mass, and he was refusing to train. I think he kind of he didn't go on strike like Anthony went on strike. He was like rebelling against. So they had to sell him to Inter and take a second. So he's my number 2 flop, and my number 1, as we all know, 400,000 a week, 47 appearances and 5 goals. Alexis Sanchez. There is no doubt.
You know, it's like it's crazy because like I met him as well too. I have a photo with him.
Sanchez.
Yeah.
No.
So when
it's a collection, that's cool.
Yeah. If we share my screen, I go on my Facebook and I can show you like all the players I've met and whatnot too. But it was just like it was an interesting conversation because we were speaking in Spanish.
Oh,
and so,
Devin.
It just seemed like he was just like going through the motions, but like he was like a buddy of mine asked me to get his shirt signed, so he did that. He signed it. I said thank you for coming. I wish you all the best. And he's just like, yeah, thanks, thank you, whatever else. And then at that same meeting, Ander Herrera was there, and he was so enthusiastic and everything too. And it just seemed so.
He was still playing for United at the time.
What?
Was he still playing for United at the time you met him?
Yeah, he was still playing. This was back in 2018.
I just felt. I mean, he was bought by Mourinho. I don't know. I just felt he was the wrong fit. I don't even think he should have played for United at all, because he came and took over from Martial on the left side.
Recognize.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, Herrera's there too.
Herrera was a guy who should not have left United at that time.
So you know who else should still be at United? This guy right here.
Who's that? I can't see you.
That's Romero.
Yeah.
Romero, yeah.
No, the club did him bad. The club did him bad. The club did him bad. There were some other people, some other flops. Some people sent in. Some guy sent in Eric Bailly as a flop.
No, you know somebody else who I was really thinking about listing? Alex Butner.
You know what?
I was really thinking about him as well. Like, you remember his claim to fame, like when he was pissed off that he wasn't going to the Dutch side. He claimed because he was man of the match in one match that was the reason why he should have been called up to the Dutch national side.
You know, so I have a list my friend sent me. He wanted me to read it out. So this is from my friend James. He put his number 5. He put Bailly as his number 5 as a flop. Pogba number 4 as a flop.
That's fair.
Number 3, he put Harry.
Pogba's not a flop.
Hey, you know what I mean? I said, are you sure? His number 3 is Maguire. His number 2 is Tybee, and his number 1 is Sanchez.
Everyone's number 1.
Everybody's got Alexis Sanchez.
Everyone's number 1 Sanchez. I have one more list to read out from my friend. This guy is from England. Jameson. Josephine. She's actually a she.
So here's Bailly and I last year.
Look at you. Nice. He was in Tampa? So all these all are Tampa, right?
That was in Manchester.
Oh.
And he was like, it was funny. So my French is horrible. But I know like key phrases to ask and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he was walking out and like everyone's trying to call for him. And I just said, Eric, j'ai pu avoir un photo. And he looked over and he's like, parlez-vous français? I was like, ah, oui, ça va. So basically, I asked him for a photo, and then he asked if I speak French, and I said, yes, what's up? But thank God he didn't ask for any more than that.
you are really good in this, bro. You just multilingual.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
It was pretty, like, he turned his head and was stunned, like, when, like, somebody spoke French to him there.
Right. Man, you sneaky there, you sneaky.
Well,
but if that's what it makes, you did the Spanish with this guy, this French, that's good. So
well
who else? So if you've seen Pogba, you probably would have spoken French to Pogba. That's why if you've seen Pogba.
Yeah, I've seen Pogba, but I didn't want his photo
Oh,
Why?
Why?
because I was so pissed off with him at the time.
Wow. So you could have had Pogba's picture too. You just didn't want to,
No,
basically.
because basically when they were leaving the ground or whatever, I saw him walking out, and he already had this massive entourage with him, and I was just pissed off because he didn't play. He didn't play well that game. So I was just like, nah. But even
what I
then,
need to do?
it was still it's also everyone always asks me because I've got a ton of shirts. I have never bought a Paul Pogba shirt.
Really?
Yeah. It's just it goes along with when you talk about entitled players who don't give their all for the shirt, things like that.
Do you think? So Pogba played under Mourinho, Ole, and Rangnick, and do you think for 6 years? Do you think it was the wrong team around him, or you think it was literally him?
I think it was him. It was him.
I don't think it was him. I don't think it was him.
So here's this.
I think it was 50-50.
It's
I
one
agree
thing
with
where
Pogba,
you can
Ben, it's 50-50.
I can forgive okay, you do a bad pass here or there or whatnot if you are willing to hustle, do the minimum things. He can. How often did you see him actually being bothered enough to actually track back after a ball? So instantly we lose a ball, it's like we're already a man down. And to me, that's something that is unforgivable. You want to play for the shirt, don't just go around and just act and I hate to say stereotypical, the typical how people think of the French players, where they couldn't be bothered to track back and whatnot, except for Makelele and Conte. So
the thing is, for me, right? Number one, when Pogba came in, Pogba was not played in his best position. That's number one.
So, did anyone even know his best position? I think they didn't even know his best position. I think.
Yeah, the United didn't. When he was bought, he wasn't used correctly. He wasn't used correctly. They didn't know his Pogba's best position. Pogba's best position is box to box, right?
Left.
Eights, right? Box to box is in more towards the left side, yes. But box to box number 8 with the license to roam. Pogba's should not be restricted. Should not be forced to defend. Pogba is not a defensive. He's not a defensive minded number 8.
So why does he do it for France? Why does he do it for France then?
He does. I don't think he does it that well for France either. In my opinion, I don't think he does it that well for France either. I just think he has more. He just has more. He just has more because it's his national team. He has more heart. He has more.
Are you saying he puts more effort for his country than his club?
He has more passion. He has more passion, more effort because when he's playing for his country, he's playing. They're using him correctly. Number one, right. He's surrounded by players that will get the best out of him. Right. He feels like he's part of a family. At United, I think at United he's blamed all the time for he's blamed all the time when the results go bad because he's the best player. He's ridiculed for his personality. He has his hairstyles, whatever. He's a social media guy. That's him. That's his personality. He's gets so much social media blame. And these players are human beings. So it affects them. And when he comes on the pitch, he feels, I do all this. I'm trying to and then also the club made promise to him and never delivered. They never played him in the team with the supporting cast around him to get the best out of him too. So everything was just pointed. So it's like he made a statement in the interview that when he goes, he prefers playing. Well, I don't know if he said he preferred playing for France, but he looks forward to playing for France because he's more welcome. Yeah. He's more loved. He's with the family of players that get the best out of him. He's a human being, and Pogba is an emotional. He's a player that likes to be put. He likes people to put his arm. He likes to be loved, and when he's with France, he feels loved. It's so. Yes, he could have played better. He could have still put more effort into performing better at United, but still, he wasn't given the players to play around him. He wasn't playing his right position. He was blamed so much. it's just so much that just didn't go right. And he was played with different managers, left, right, center. So it just, yeah, I don't think it's all his fault.
Well, I'm gonna go back to his first stint at the club. He showed glimpses already, but by that point, his agent was already in his ear and was already trying to screw over the club from the get-go. I think his agent had a big part in his ego as well. So then he leaves for free, goes to Juventus. At Juventus, now that midfield also had Marquisio and Pirlo as well. So you had to pick your poison over which one that you were gonna mark. So with that being said, they did a lot of the dirty work. He was free to roam, and yeah, he scored some absolute worldies while he was at Juve. So then it's like, all right, now it's time for him to come back to United. World record fee. We're expecting this marquee player to come out. And how many performances do you actually remember where Pogba actually justified his transfer fee? I can say the comeback against City, that second half was absolutely phenomenal from him. And the other one was the Leeds game where he had 4 assists.
That's the only 2 performances that you can remember.
I'm talking about the ones that stand out the most, like that you can talk about, like the ones that justified it. Because
one season he was a top scorer.
There was a spell.
And then he made it into the Premier League team of the season once as well during that time.
Yeah, when Ole took over in January after Mourinho was sacked, he went on a run from January till
when he was
April.
scoring a lot of goals.
Pogba scored a lot of goals. That period, a lot of people forget that period. You know why?
Was that when he was taking those penalties of the choo-choo train penalties? Was it then, or was that before?
No, he was taking
penalties. He was taking penalties, but he was scoring a lot of, he was assisting, he was scoring goals. Just go back when Ole took over, he scored.
Yeah,
he scored a lot of goals.
All the players were playing incredible, and then Ole got the full-time job, and all of a sudden it's just like Ole went on that 13 game unbeaten run or whatever it was, and then it was after that PSG game where it just seemed like where it started to fall apart for a little bit, but then they had the comeback in Paris, so you're thinking okay,
Pogba didn't play that game.
No, Pogba didn't play that game. He was injured. He was injured or suspended because I know
he was suspended. He was suspended.
Martial didn't play either. Martial didn't play because Martial was injured. But I think that was the only. So the manager that got the best out of Pogba, the man that got the best was Ole during that period of
the first
January till
interim
April.
Period.
The interim period.
The interim period. That was the best. That was the best that we saw from Pogba.
Wow.
Apart from that, it was just those 2 moments that Devin just said. That's what it.
With under Mourinho, he played with Fellaini and Matic, right? Then he played with Matic and Herrera. I think Herrera got the best out of him under Ole, right? Yeah, he played better with Herrera.
Well, he played better when he was with Herrera and Matic. Because Herrera was the box, Matic was the CDM, and Pogba was the attacking midfielder.
Yeah, so it kind of worked for him a bit better.
Yeah.
Then when you now added Fred and McTominay to him, I don't know. I don't think that ever worked. I don't think that
Fred
worked.
and McTominay was
I don't think that one worked.
Yeah.
It was, and like Devin said, I also think the lackadaisical nonchalant attitude at times, can't be bothered. And I felt he had so much potential to do better, to lead the team and, make those driving runs. It just can't be asked.
The club lied to him. The club lied to him. They brought him here and said, we're gonna build a team around you. We're gonna go for trophies. We're gonna do this, do that, and they didn't come through. But he did win. The
League Cup.
I also have an interesting.
He won trophies at United. He won trophies at United.
Ben, finish.
Yeah. I said at the end of the day, we talk about flops, right? Yeah, we have a lot of flops, but at the end of the day, when it comes to when you look back and you look at the trophy cabinet, Pogba can see I have a FA Cup. Was it FA Cup or
League Cup? League Cup.
I have a League Cup and I have a Europa League on my trophy cabinet from United. So because of that, I cannot put because of those 2 cups, I cannot put Pogba on a flop list. I can't.
Did you know that Bebe won a league title?
Bebe won a league title?
Yeah, in 2013.
Well, he won a league title on the bench though. He wasn't. He wasn't.
But
instrumental
you still had to meet the appearances to get a medal.
Yeah, he won a league title, which is more than what Rashford has got.
So, but what going back to Pogba, did you like? It was something interesting. You know why? You know, like who I think actually got the most out of Pogba? It wasn't a manager.
Who?
Zlatan Ibrahimovic, I think, got the best out of Pogba.
You're right. You're very right. That first season they played together. They played well.
Yeah.
You know what? Fine for the middle with Mourinho.
Yeah. That's true.
That
Zlatan was on his ass, man. Zlatan was like his big. Well, it was one of his critics. Yes. He was always like, man, you gotta. He was. You could tell Pogba respected Zlatan, man. You could see the respect. Yeah. You could, whenever him and Zlatan were in the same room, they're having an interview together, you could just see like the
chemistry between them.
Yeah, you could see the respect, man.
I think I think that was the Pogba we saw. I think that was the first season they played together that Mourinho took them on, and because Mourinho likes his players big, so he had Matic, Pogba, Zlatan, all that straight line through the middle, and they played well together.
He had a big, like we had a physical, like size wise, we had almost every player was above 6 foot.
I think the shortest one was Pogba at 6'3".
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah,
because Ibra 6'5".
Okay.
I think Matic is 6'4", and then I think Pogba is 6'3" or 6'2". So
Fellaini's 6'4".
Fellaini's 6'4". Herrera's 6 foot though. Herrera is shorter than Pogba.
Yeah, Herrera's shorter than me. So yeah.
Well, he's shorter than you. Wait. How tall are you?
I'm 5'11". So yeah.
How the hell is Herrera listed at 6 foot?
have you ever played sports in your life?
Yeah.
So like for example, like when I was a collegiate athlete, I was listed at 6'1", and I'm like, I am not 6'1".
Wow.
But like they had all the stats on that stuff.
Is it estimated?
I don't know how they did it, but like you would see all those stats. We would laugh about it all the time because everybody was listed as taller and heavier than they actually were.
Right. Wow. Right. Let me quickly read this.
Sanchez, how tall was Sanchez? Like 5'4".
Calm down, bro. That's a bit harsh. Sanchez should be about 5'8", 5'9".
No, he's not.
Hell no, he's not 5'9", bro. Come on. Okay, let's see. Okay, Devin is 5'11", and he's taller than Herrera. So Herrera would be maybe what, 5'10"? Oh, okay. You and Herrera about the same height. Is Sanchez leaping there? Is he tiptoeing?
That's what I was saying.
So Sanchez is about 5'11" then. Sanchez is not 6 foot, but hey, cool.
No, I'll give you some more perspective. Like here's me and Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney is listed at 5'9".
Okay.
You're taller than him.
All right.
Yeah.
You're taller than Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
You're telling he's listed as 5'9", and you're 5'11".
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had probably at least a good 3 inches on him. So yeah.
And then now let's see. Do you have Rooney and Sanchez together? You probably
no.
Did they ever play the same team? They didn't play the same team, did they?
Yeah, they did.
They did.
They did.
Rooney and Sanchez.
They did.
They did.
Rooney did for like half a season, I think.
They did. Sanchez was
2018.
And Rooney left 2018.
Yeah, so they played together then. They were on the same team together. It wasn't long. It was the end because Sanchez came at the January transfer.
Right?
Yeah. Then if Rooney left, then Rooney would have
Mkhitaryan, I think, when he came.
Then if Rooney left at the end of the 18 season. Because Rooney didn't leave in January, he left at the end of the season.
All right. Let me quickly read off this list. My friend sent me this. This is his list of 5. Right. He says his number 5 flop. Number 5 is Taibi. Number 4, Mkhitaryan. Number 3, Di Maria. 2, Falcao, and number 1, Sanchez.
God damn, everybody's Sanchez, man. No one likes that guy.
But he wasn't that bad. I think the fact that he 400 a week as a striker, 47 games, you only score 5 goals. That's like 9 every 9 games you score 1 goal. That's poor. That really is poor.
Oh yes.
Every 9 matches you score 1 goal. That's really bad. You know?
Yeah, that's terrible.
So we've concluded it's a known fact. It's obvious. The worst flop in United is King Alex Sanchez, the piano playing guy. Is
oh
so
yeah,
obvious.
the piano guy. The piano guy, man.
And he had the audacity to say when he first joined United on his first day of training, he called his agent and said, "What is he doing here? The facilities were so poor." I'm thinking, facilities or not, you didn't do your job, mate. That's the fact.
Yeah,
he complained about the training.
I think Arsenal showed us
he complained from day one.
Yeah,
he complained about the training. Yeah,
from day one.
Bruno's being subbed
I think
off.
Arsenal conned us. I think Arsenal conned us because that guy.
Yeah.
Because when the same guy at Arsenal, I think towards the end of his Arsenal career, I think we picked him up when he was already done. Because he was. I never knew he played for Barca. Did you know he played for Barca?
Yeah.
He won a La Liga title in 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
with
he went
Messi
there.
And them.
Yeah,
he went there before Arsenal. Yeah,
because he was at, I think it was Udinese before, and then he went from Italy right to Barcelona, and then he went from Barcelona to Arsenal.
But,
yeah.
See, he won a few champions. He won a few good. He actually won a World Club Championship with Barca. Not
he won
a Champions
title.
League. He won a La Liga title.
He won a Liga with Barca, and I think he won Serie A. Yeah. I think he won Serie A with Inter Milan.
So he won nothing at United. Nothing.
Yeah.
All right.
So he didn't win anything.
Right. We've concluded our king of the flops. We're just gonna quickly talk about our next game on Sunday, and I'm gonna ask what I'm gonna ask you guys. Bems, predicted score for the game against City next Sunday.
As I said before, the thing is, let's see how the players come back after the international break. Fingers crossed there's no injuries, right? Fingers crossed no injuries, and I'm hoping that Ronaldo doesn't get a ban because there's this charge, FA charge.
That's such a bullshit thing.
That FA charge. That happened in May last year. Last season.
Let's see. Yeah, that's terrible, man. So I don't because I don't see Rashford being fit for this game. I don't see him fit for this game. I don't see Martial ready for this game either. So we're really short. If Ronaldo is man, if we don't, well, we do have Anthony and we do have Sancho. So I would if Ronaldo is banned, then more likely it's gonna be terrible. Middle is gonna middle. If Ronaldo's in play, now you have
Alanga.
Tough, man.
Alanga.
No,
Alanga can't play down the middle though. But Alanga
we're gonna have to play a false 10, a false 9.
Play a false 9.
Yeah. We have to play with a false 9, but I don't think it will work against City. But
I think
if Ronaldo plays, this is my prediction, right? Oh man, it's tough. It's tough, man. I know I predicted a surprise 1-0 before. That's what I predicted.
You're saying Erling Haaland won't score?
I'm predicting. I'm gonna change that prediction now, and I'm gonna predict. Oh man. My thing is, I'm something's telling me just don't discount United, man, against.
Then don't.
I'm gonna predict a win.
A win for United at the Etihad, right?
A surprise win, yeah. At the Etihad, I'm gonna predict a win. Because I just sense there's something in around the corner there that we just don't know that's gonna happen. But I just feel something's gonna happen that day. I just feel something different is gonna happen. It's not gonna be like we played them off the park and all that stuff, right? I just feel that the player's gonna be up for it. My mind is telling me it's probably gonna be a loss, but I'm just going off the limb here.
Mm-hmm. So a win.
Yeah, I'm predicting a win.
All right, that's good.
A very dodgy win.
A dodgy win. Devin.
So for this one, I actually think Rashford will be fit to play for this one. He's been the other day he put up a video of him doing some training stuff, and he looks good from everything I'm seeing. He's like some functional movements and whatnot. So I'm like, all right, that's positive. I also think that Jadon Sancho is gonna be pissed about that not getting called up to the England side, especially after what they put out yesterday. So I think he's gonna be firing on all cylinders. I do think Erling Haaland will score. He's just in ridiculous form right now. Like,
so
like,
you're
like
saying Varane
he's
and Martinez can't handle him?
No, I'm saying they're going to, but he's gonna get the chance. He's gonna put away at least one of those chances. Like, because right now he's like the closest thing to a true nine that we have seen in world football since Ronaldo.
Yeah,
in my opinion,
guy's a beast.
The guy's tall, he's physical, but with that being said, Martinez has handled him in the past before. However, when it comes to scoreline right now, I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw.
2-2. Same with me. I'm thinking 2-2 myself. I'm thinking 2-2.
I take 2-2. I'll take that. I'll take that right now. And
so the other the reason why I'm not saying a win for this one is it's just like right as we started getting on our hot streak of form, unfortunately you had the Queen's passing.
Yeah,
and then that obviously like took away all the
momentum.
When you have your momentum going and you're playing and you're getting form, you're doing well, you're getting that match fitness, sharpness and whatnot, you're going, and then now you haven't played together like properly since that 1 year.
3 weeks, in Premier League, 3 weeks.
Yes, but 3 weeks in Premier League now, so now you're going to be a little bit rusty when you come back out to play again. So that is a concern for me in that standpoint.
Right.
So your prediction is what?
I said
you said a draw.
You said a draw, 2-2. So the last question on this: who starts, McTominay or Casemiro? Bems.
McTominay starts.
Devin?
That's easy.
Oh, it's gotta be McTominay, but it's like this was a fun stat that I was looking at right now too. It's like if there is one thing that I am sure of that's going to happen in this game, and I need to figure out where I can place this bet, is that McTominay is going to get booked.
Yes, he's one yellow card away from suspension.
I agree. I need to find somewhere to put like my life savings on that bet, because that is one of the most sure bets I will ever play in my life.
I totally agree that he will get booked.
That game is, if he gets a yellow, he's going to be suspended.
So, but yeah, I know if he gets one more yellow between now and the next 6 games, like he has a 1-match ban. But I mean, nobody's going to be upset at him for getting a booking in the City game, especially if
it's not inevitable. He will get a yellow card. The way he tackled, there's no way. Only if he just backs out of tackles, which I can't see him doing. And when players go past him, he tends to yank the shirt.
Look at what he did to Gabriel Jesus. When he turned into a WWE wrestler.
I know. So he will be booked. He will be booked.
He will be
straight up.
I see a 2-2 draw. He's going to start. I think it's going to be the same back four. I think it's going to be the same midfield. It's only the front line that they're going to have to tweak if Ronaldo's suspended. If Ronaldo's not suspended, I can't see Martial or Rashford playing in that game. I can't. I don't think they're going to be ready.
I see Rashford doing
it. You see Rashford starting?
He said he's had all these weeks for recovery, getting ready, and he's a Manchester boy, so he's gonna know what this match means, and he's gonna do everything in his power to be ready for this.
So would you start him?
When do we play? When do we play Arsenal?
Sunday.
No,
I mean Manchester. No, when did we play Arsenal?
3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. Next week could be 3 weeks.
Next week will be 3 weeks. So that means Rashford hasn't played for 3 weeks. But when did he start training?
Probably last week, I think.
Like, is he training? Was he is it individual training that you saw him? Devin, was it individual training?
Hold on.
I don't think he's gonna make that starting City's team.
It's a video of him. He's doing it's on his Twitter account. He put it up yesterday, where it's him doing functional movements in the gym and like trying to make sure everything, because it was his tibia, I think, or something like that.
Okay.
That it was his leg. I think.
Okay, so it's individual.
Yeah.
I don't think Rashford's going to start that game.
I don't think so.
I might be wrong, but I don't think he's going to start that game.
Well, and like my other thing is just like I can't see Ronaldo starting this game either, because he slows down the attack. And when we score on City, we're going to be scoring off counterattacks.
We're going to be more.
You know what?
Back.
So because like think about what we did against Liverpool when Liverpool was playing such high line, like Liverpool and City like to play those really high lines, because usually you have Kyle Walker or what's his name for their speedsters. So like if they do get caught up, at least one of them can run them down. So I'm saying right now, City's gonna try and press that like shorten the field for us. But when we get the ball, we got to play a ball over the top, and we've got speed. We've got speed on our team. We've had speed and counterattack. It has been our best style of play since Ole's reign. And so like we need the speed up top. Ronaldo might be able to come in later on against tired legs. But I just for this match, you need to be like ready for the counterattack.
I agree, but our fastest forward player, like one of our fast forward players is Rashford. I don't think Rashford is going to start, and if Ten Hag is not going to play Ronaldo, which I agree, I don't think Ronaldo is going to start either. So I think we're going to see Elanga start that game. I think we're going to see Elanga. It's probably going to be Elanga. Starting? Yeah, Elanga and Anthony and Sancho. Because I don't think Rashford is going to be ready to start. If at all, Rashford will probably be on the bench at best. And Ronaldo will probably be on the bench. But the thing about that is that we won't have a target. You don't have a target guy because it's just we're just gonna defend all day, and that's my worry. I don't know. Ten Hag has to attack. He has a big problem in his hands against City because it's gonna be tough, man.
It will be tough.
They're gonna have to bully the City players like they did against Liverpool, and so we're probably gonna have nearly every player booked in this match.
We have to be very physical.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
And Martinez will pick a yellow. I could see.
For sure.
For sure.
I could see the back fours all picking a yellow each.
Yeah. I think our best chance of winning this game was if Martial was fit. If Martial, Rashford, this is my front three. Martial,
Martial, Anthony,
Martial to win this game. Rashford has to play. Martial, Rashford, and Anthony. And
Anthony's ready for this big game.
No. Sorry, Martial, Rashford, and Sancho. That's my best front line for this game against City.
They've got chemistry for
the preseason
now. So yeah,
that would be my best.
But that's not going to be the starting lineup on Saturday.
No, that's not. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that if Martial and Rashford were fully fit, right? I think that's what you would. Martial would definitely play if he was fit.
No,
because I think that's Ten Hag's favorite number 9 team.
Does Anthony start? Is Anthony going to start this game? Devin?
He's going to start, man. We have no one else to play.
It depends on the injury situation.
Right.
So and we still have a week to go before training session. So it's hard for me to say because I'm praying that none of our players get injured on international duty. So I can't answer that one definitively right now.
Right.
Ronaldo already took a knock on his
exactly. Ronaldo's nose is already busted open.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
I can't say definitively right now.
When are they coming back for international duty? Next week? This week, right?
Probably Wednesday.
Yeah, they have one day. They play one more match, all of them, and then they start coming back.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that the last national games are maybe Tuesday. I think Tuesday's the last day. I think Tuesday's the last day. Then they start trickling back in. So I think by Wednesday they should be back in. By Wednesday they should be flying back in.
So we have Fred, Casemiro, and Anthony coming from Brazil, the Brazilian side. Argentina. Yeah. Martinez coming from Argentina.
Martinez is down. No, well, they're playing in Miami right now.
They're playing in Miami.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's still another 10 hours flight.
And that's another thing too that people didn't realize with Martinez. So he had visa issues getting into the U.S. So he had to go from Manchester to Buenos Aires, and then from Buenos Aires to Miami, and then he's got to go from Miami back to Manchester. So I read something like over this international break, he's going to rack up 15,000 flight miles. So you got to think about that as well too.
That's a lot.
So like, and this is another thing. I said I have some concerns now, like, because then you worry about jet lag, and then maybe a little fatigue from doing all that as well. And then we come right into our next biggest game. So whatever I
don't think he's going to start either, mate. I don't think Elanga's going to be starting. I think Elanga's going to start. I think I can say Elanga,
Martinez and
Sancho.
Elanga. He's talking about Martinez. Martinez
Right,
is
Martinez.
Yeah, I'm talking about
yeah.
Martinez with Argentina. So
yeah.
but yeah, I mean, they got
Ooh,
a couple of days to
shoot.
get ready. But I mean, Ten Hag knows him. Ten Hag's played with them last season, so he knows what the player's capable of. I think Martinez will
gonna
do
play.
everything in his power to play this
So
game.
this is not a game for
He's gonna
Lindelof.
play. At worst, what's gonna happen is that Ten Hag is just gonna tell him after after your last game for Argentina, I need you to just rest. So he's gonna rest on the plane. He's basically gonna be. I think he's gonna only have one. I don't know
One
when
training
Martinez
session.
gets back.
Wow.
I don't know when depending on when Martinez gets back, is gonna determine, because if he gets back, let's say Thursday, he still starts.
Nah,
If he gets,
that's
he
too
still
much.
starts
That
because
window's
he's gonna.
too small. If you come back on Thursday, you're literally talking what, Friday games on Sunday.
You get a Friday.
Yeah,
well,
he's gonna have a training session on Saturday.
You can do a Friday and Saturday training session because they'll still be at the training ground Saturday. It's not like they're going to London where they got to stay in a hotel or whatnot, because it's in Manchester.
Right.
So,
right. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think if you get back Thursday, I think you rest Friday, and then you have a decent training session Saturday, and you play Sunday, because you just played for Argentina. So it's not like your fitness levels are not. Your fitness levels are there. What I'm just worried about is
Varane.
jet lag. His jet lag from flying all this stuff is gonna maybe mess him up a little bit. So I think you need to give him at least a day to just rest.
What about European-based ones? The Portuguese crew, they're all good. Oh, you said
they're all good.
Ronaldo's banged up.
Yeah, Ronaldo's nose is bandaged up.
What of the French crew?
So
Varane not happy, man.
Varane is
the French crew.
Yeah, Varane.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Varane will be okay.
Yeah.
Is De Gea still playing for Spain? He's not in Spain. He's not Spain keeper anymore, is he?
No.
De Gea.
They had the Brentford keeper Raya and Sanchez David Raya and Robert Sanchez were ahead of him now because the Spanish keeper, the Spanish coach, doesn't like De Gea's distribution.
Oh, damn.
And their distribution is incredible. Robert Sanchez's distribution is insane.
Oh, dear. So is he not in the squad anymore for Spain?
I don't know.
In the squad.
I don't know if he's not in the squad. I just don't know. I know he's not playing.
You think he's going to the
World
Cup?
Starter for them.
Is he going to the World Cup? He'll go?
He'll go.
As a third or second choice keeper, probably not number one.
Second choice. He's not been number one for the past couple of years. He's not been number one for.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, he's not been
number one for poor guy. Oh dear.
Yeah.
What about Harry? Did he play for England? Yeah, you said he got relegated.
Yeah, he played. He played yesterday.
Yeah, he played. Yeah, he played the whole game.
How was his performance?
Nothing to be. It wasn't. It was.
Nothing
it wasn't
spectacular.
Special.
Is he the captain? Is he the captain currently?
No, Harry Kane.
Oh yeah. I forget Harry Kane. What Luke Shaw?
Luke Shaw played.
How was he?
He came in. He was substituted in. He was okay. He wasn't bad. He was decent. He did. I would have given him a 6 out of 10.
6.
He came in after we conceded, and he played well. He was okay. He was above average.
No, above average. Anything from the Dutch people? Malaysia? Did he anything there?
I think Malaysia.
They played them all.
Okay,
they played them all, right?
I thought they already played once.
They already played once?
I think they played once for Nations League already. I can't. Who did they play? I think they played Poland actually.
Okay, and did Malaysia play?
Yeah, I think
he's a starter for Dutch Holland, didn't he?
Let me see.
I think he's a starter. He's a regular for
Malaysia.
I think he is.
No, he's not a regular. He just started getting called. He's not a regular. He just started getting called up. He's not a regular. He's not. You could check. I think he's. I'll be surprised if he has more than 5 caps for
Holland.
Holland, yeah. He's not a regular. Well, let me check.
Okay, so he did it. So he was on the bench. He didn't feature in the game.
Okay, he'll be fresh. He'll be fresh. I'm just worried that Varane does not come back injured. Varane is my scare, because if he gets injured, you know who's coming back straight in. It's Harry, straight.
Well, I don't know what's going on with Lindelof's injury.
He's still injured? Didn't they say he fully recovered before the Premiership went on?
And that's what I was wondering, because Like, did him and Alanga get called up to Sweden?
I don't know, but no, Elanga. I think Elanga went on the Swedish team, but I don't think.
Yeah,
I
as
think
long as
I don't think Lindelof is gone. I don't think Lindelof will go. I think he's still trying to recuperate and trying to get back into that team.
I fully expect Jadon Sancho to come out and basically, like, I expect him to come out there and be like, "Oh, so you didn't want to select me for this England side? Watch me in the next game."
He's trying to get to the World Cup team, isn't he? Is he going to make that World Cup squad?
I feel well. Here's and when it comes to Southgate, I have no idea, because right now form wise, he should be in over Jared Bowen right now.
100%.
With that being said, Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw should not have been called up either, but he's going off of trust for previous stuff. So I don't know what Southgate's going to do. The one thing that I am kind of disappointed about is I was already thinking about who was going to be the next manager for England, and I wanted it to be Graham Potter.
Oh no, Chelsea taking that.
Oh yeah, that would have been a nice appointment.
But
that's
now Chelsea came in and grabbed him. So,
but I don't even think Graham Potter will want to go international
with the way how Chelsea goes through managers, he'll be England manager in 18 months probably. So we'll see.
I don't think Graham Potter wants to be England manager right now. I think
he wants some more.
He's gonna want more club football. That's what I think.
But yeah, Southgate has got us like stop playing favoritism and stop playing so defensive. It was funny because I was having this talk in a message group the other day, and I said, based on what Southgate is doing right now, what's the difference between him and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
Well, there's no difference.
Right
they
now,
the same way.
So we were joking, saying his name is Ole Gunnar Southgate now.
Ole Gunnar Southgate.
I mean, you're playing way too defensive. You're playing players who are out of form. You're not calling out like right players. Like, for example, why was Ivan Toney not even included in the squad yesterday?
Oh, I thought they were making a big deal about it in the media that he's gonna be selected. His joy about he didn't play.
He wasn't even in the squad.
No, but during the week they were talking about.
Was he selected? Was he selected as part of the overall squad?
Yes. So he was called up for England duty, but he wasn't included in the matchday squad.
Oh,
what's the point in that? Just messed up.
So it's just something that I just did not.
You should have seen the interviews they gave during the week about, he's so grateful. I've come from head to head to play for England. It's a pleasure and an honor. I thought he played yesterday, so he didn't play at all.
No.
Damn.
No, he didn't play at all. I didn't even see him on the bench. I didn't even know he was called up.
He was not on the matchday squad. So I think they got to play Germany next. So we'll see.
Good luck.
See, this what Southgate's gonna do, right?
Yeah.
Southgate's gonna play almost the same team. I guarantee you. Southgate's gonna play this. Almost say he's not gonna make that many changes. Defenses, Maguire's gonna play.
I know they're gonna lose that game.
Maguire's gonna play. Oh yeah, Germany's gonna wipe the floor. England's already relegated.
Because
I
think Neuer's out with COVID, and I saw a clip where Thomas Mueller injured Musala. I think his name is Jamal Musala. I think that's the guy's name. Basically his replacement on the German side. He injured him in training. So it's like, wow. Okay.
But Sane is still is still there. Gnabry is still there, right? Those are the two attackers. And Germany will still beat England, man, with the way Southgate plays.
Right. Away from international football, did you guys hear what
I think De Jong
said?
What, who?
De Jong, what he said, that he always said he was never planning to leave Barca. Did you guys hear that? What he said?
I heard it.
I was like, this guy was taking a piss out of this club, out of United. So what was all that thing that said Eric Ten Hag was talking to him daily? That must be nonsense.
I didn't pay that much attention to it. My focus is on players that actually are at Manchester United, players who want to play for United. You don't want to play? Go on, fine. You can stay there.
He said he had made his decision since May that he was not planning to leave.
But he also, like he said in that interview as well, something like sometimes his interest and the club's interest don't align, but this was his stance the entire time.
Wow.
So, but like I said before, I saw it. I only looked over it just so I have situational awareness on it. But my opinion is he's not a Man United player. why should I have put any more energy into it than that? Just focus on the players who just focus on the players now who want to be at United.
Yeah,
it happened. Okay, but there's no point in getting upset and just getting stressed out over that now. There's
just felt like we were taking just being strung along. That's how it felt. He's still gonna make his mind up, and had made his mind up a long time ago. We were just hanging on there.
It's in the past now. Just start looking for January. We should already have targets for the next 3 transfer windows already. At least looking for positions.
We have the targets. Doesn't mean we're gonna get them, because Murtough and Arnold. That's another discussion on another video, because them guys are a bunch of clowns. This guy gave them a list, before the summer season. They didn't meet the list. They're too slow. They're still not going as they should. They're too slow.
Well, and so I actually was gonna say, like, one thing that I thought did not help United was they waited so long to announce Ten Hag as the future manager, because players with their targets, they didn't know who the manager was going to be. So it's uncertain to go to a club. You don't even know who the manager is going to be.
True.
You don't know if he's gonna rate you, things like that. It's uncertain times. So I think that kind of screwed over United in this window a little bit. With that being said, I still think they did pretty decent in the window. I gave them an 8 out of 10 for the transfer window.
You gave them how many?
You gave them an 8 out of 10.
How many did you say?
Window?
8.
Oh, I thought you said that 10. Like, what the hell? Hey,
yeah, I gave an 8 out of 10 with everything you said.
7.
I also think the Malacia signing was absolutely brilliant, and I like it because we actually got him for decent value compared to if he was English, that would have been 40-50 million for him
easily. And
what I like the most is I keep on telling people the most pivotal signing was Eriksen on a free.
Malaysia and Eriksen were very good.
I know Martinez is a real popular opinion right now. Everybody's saying. But I'm telling you right now, I think Eriksen was the most pivotal, and it was on a free, and he's doing all the things that we wanted Pogba to do.
Yeah, true. You're very correct.
Yeah, I wouldn't even give, in my opinion, I wouldn't give United. I wouldn't even give United a 6 for this summer.
So you're basing on how bad they were with the De Jong deal. Is that what you're?
No, I'm not even basing on that. I'm basing. The De Jong deal added to it, a little bit added to it.
The Anthony deal.
Yeah, the Anthony deal, we eventually got Anthony. So the players that we got in were good, right?
Anthony was 42 million in June. 42 million. We put that to one side and faced De Jong and paid 100. That's just.
But my thing was, you have to have coming in, you have to have going outs too. So we as far as our going out, we did not sell players. We did not sell players. So for me to rate the transfer window a 7 or 8, right? You have to fill in positions that are weak, and you have to sell players that are not playing, that don't play much, that are fringe players that
we
they don't
loan out a few.
You have to sell them, and then you have to sell more, because sell more and bring that money in and use it to buy more players than loaning out players or not selling or
I'm trying to think,
at all.
I think we sold Chong, didn't we?
Who?
How much we sold to Chong, but like it was
Chong? Is that a loan deal?
For how much?
I think we sold him.
Yeah, but Chong was not even a major part of that team anyway.
So
Chong was
we had 5 go for free. Contracts by Cavani, Pogba, Matic,
Mata. I'm not counting that.
Okay. They have Henderson on loan.
They didn't want to sign a new
Bailly on loan. Henderson on loan. Bailly on loan. Who else is going on loan?
The thing about it is that, right? For me to
Ahmed on loan.
We sold Pereira.
Did we sell him? Yeah, we sold Pereira.
Pereira was the only but like 15 million, right? So for me to rate this transfer window higher, right? We need to sell Bailly. We needed to get rid of Phil Jones. However way we get rid of him. We need to have sold Brandon Williams.
There's no way that's happening.
We need to have sold as well Twan Sibi, because he's
still there. I forgot he's still there. We
have sold Wan-Bissaka. So even though these things won't happen,
Wan-Bissaka we ain't got cover for Dilo though.
That's exactly why Wan-Bissaka didn't get sold.
Yeah, I get that, but we should have sold him. If we sold Wan-Bissaka, Ten Hag would have gotten a backup right back.
True,
I'm telling you that for now. So it's we need to sell players. It's not just like, yeah, we can't sell them because they're on high wages and all that stuff. But that's the club's fault.
True.
The club needs to take the loss, get rid of them, however much, just sell them, pay off, pay off their contracts, let them go, and then spend money and get players to replace those players, right? Plus what we already have, the 5 players we already purchased. Then I would have rated it above a 6. I would have rated it a 7 or 8. No. But because they didn't do that, I will rate United's transfer window a 5.
Wow. It just went further down. Right. Devin, do you have any questions for anybody?
No, I think we went over everything today.
Right. Bamsey, questions?
Well, questions. I'm just gonna. Okay, let me ask this question.
It could be a question or a statement, whichever one you want to say. Last words.
Yeah. Okay. Let me ask this question. Do you think Okay. Do you think it's kind of 2 questions? Where do you feel United will finish at the end of the season? And 2, do you feel Ten Hag will be successful at this club?
Who do you want to answer? Oh, Devin, go first.
Devin.
Yeah, so I think United can finish top 4. We need to bring in a striker in the January window. And if we can get a right back as well, that would be extremely beneficial. Because I am concerned if Dalot goes down.
Wan-Bissaka comes in.
Yeah, like I said, I'm concerned if Dalot goes down. If we get those, then yes, I would say, yeah, we definitely finish top 4. I still think we have a decent chance at it right now. The other teams around City is just flying out through the game right now. Liverpool looks shaky right now. Arsenal, we just handed them their first loss, and they're a young side, so I want to see how they regroup. Spurs are definitely a legitimate threat, and then the other one you think about is Chelsea. Like what I'm actually like the team. I was surprised because I thought West Ham would have been competing against us to try to get in the top 4 like that. I'm so shocked by that one. It's not even funny. To go back to your second question, of Ten Hag will be successful if he is backed properly by the club with the transfer windows. Yes, he will be.
Right.
Okay.
I would say with Chelsea's transitional changes at the moment, I think that's made the club a bit weakened the team's organization plan in this season. And Tom Boylan seems to be all over the place talking about All-Star and all this, bringing the Globetrotters, and that guy's a clown. I think Spurs, Man City are the pace setters at the moment. I think Liverpool will come back, but I don't know if Liverpool will have enough to come back, or it might be too late of a gap to bridge. If United keep on the consistency, I think United can make top 4. It might be City, Spurs, United, and Arsenal in that top 4.
Okay.
But for Ten Hag to be successful, this club needs to back him. But my only concern is, from what Arnold was saying on the meeting this week, was this summer transfer was a one-off, which means they overspent than they planned, that this is not a regular transfer budget they normally spend. Because of the threats, the protests, they had to, this like fire was under the owners, and then, because the owners are not putting in money. They're just borrowing in money and adding it on, and the debts are still piling up. They're not using their own money. They're just borrowing to pay. It's like robbing Paul to pay Peter. That's what it is. So, but I think this season he'll do well. It's going into next season. Will he have enough? Because these owners, if we change ownership, it will be successful. Under this ownership, I think it's going to be a 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to answer the question from my own perspective, right? I think we will fight for that top 4. I don't think we'll get it at the end of the season. Reason why is because I think we're going to get into some injuries along the season, because we're going to have a whole lot of games back to back, and we have to still try and fit in the 2 games that have been that haven't postponed. And plus, you have the World Cup. I think it's just going to be too much for the place, because we don't really have depth. So I think we're gonna fall off a little bit when it comes to because of injuries. I don't think we're gonna buy any players in the January transfer window, because it's ready. Because Mertz already said that that we don't expect the future windows to be like it's going to be less spending. So January, just count that one off. Next summer,
so if he's saying that this time,
money.
it's a worry for him to say that.
It's a worry, and so because of that, and that leads to my next the other question that I asked about Ten Hag being successful. I think I do agree. Yes, if he had a different ownership, I think Ten Hag will succeed. But as it stands right now, we still have this current owners. I think Ten Hag will fail. As it stands right now, because even if the Glazers still do sell before even if they say, because there's talk about bids to buy United, even though they decide to sell, before they actually sell the club and before it goes through, it's going to take a few years anyways. So as it stands, because we still have these current owners, I think they will not back Ten Hag at all. They spent all that money last summer. I think next summer they won't spend the money that they need to spend, because this whole squad needs to be like completely refurbished. Like more players need to go out, and more players they need to spend the way it was, the amount of money that was spent last summer needs to be spent again next summer, and they need to spend in January for Ten Hag to be successful. And I don't see them consistently spending money that is needed to be spent. So Ten Hag I don't think Ten Hag, I think Ten Hag, he'll make it through the season. I think next season you're going to start seeing cracks. I think by the end of next season, he's going to be gone.
Come again?
Wow.
He'll be gone by the end of next season?
Yeah, by the end of next season. So he's gonna go out. He's gonna put out this complete season, which is gonna end next summer, right?
Yeah.
I think in 2024, I think he's gonna be gone.
So 23-24 season.
23-24 season, I think he's gonna be gone, because they're not gonna back him. They're not gonna back him well enough in the summer of 2023, right? And I think he's definitely not gonna give him the plays that he needs to keep pushing on. And then other teams are going to be improving as well too, right? So I think it's going to eventually just explode, because it's yes, we're doing well now, but I think it's good because because the owners are not going to spend the money needed to get the players that he wants, right? And then we're still not going to get rid of some of the players that we need to get rid of, because again, the owners were not. I mean, this stuff is not properly run. I think at the end of 2024 summer, he's going to be gone.
Wow, that's a deep one. If you're watching us, make that notes in your diaries. Ten Hag might be gone in 23-24 season due to the Glazer ownership, which was probably, hopefully not, but might still be in charge of this club at that time. If they're still here, Bems has said he'll be out. They'll frustrate him that results will turn and they'll ask for him to do what Ole did and the rest. Like, on your back, son. So
because
you see,
go on. Yeah, because Ten Hag, right? Ten Hag wants to play a certain way, right? We still are not playing the way we're playing. Ten Hag is playing. It will basically, we're basically counterattacking and winning games. We're not playing the way Ten Hag wants to play. He wants to play like attacking, high press, right? Ball possession, right? And so that, but we're not doing that. I think the reason why is because Ten Hag doesn't have the players. He doesn't have all the players to do that for him right now. He has a couple players in the team. I think he needs at least five more players in that starting 11. Yeah, in that starting 11 to really play the way he wants to play, because he's not going to do it with McTominay. He's not going to do it with Ronaldo. He's not going to do it with people are gonna. This might be a little bit controversial here. I still think the low is good, right? But I still think I want to see how consistent the low can be for the rest of the low needs a backup. I still don't think he could play consistently up there with Bruno. I like Bruno, but Bruno has a tendency to give the ball away a bit too much for the way Ten Hag really wants to play. So Sancho is fine. Anthony, I don't know yet, because I need to see how he's gonna. He hasn't played enough for United yet. So, and then he needs a striker too, because I think that's what, 5 million
easily.
Oh, more than that.
Yeah,
think you
that's
need-
at least.
I think you need about 200
Ooh,
a bit above 200, like 200 and some million
Wow.
added to the starting
wow,
11.
that's a lot, mate.
Wow.
On
To
top
compete.
of
Yeah, on top
these
of what we
owners,
have
they
to
don't like that
compete.
kind of money, mate.
To compete. So see, because look at this, right? Our goal, right, is to win trophies, right?
Not
It's to
their
win
goals,
trophies.
our goals, not their goals.
Yeah.
It's completely
No,
different.
I know. Yeah, but we want United to be so to compete against, because you're
Yes.
looking at you have to compete against City, you have to compete against Liverpool, you have to compete against Chelsea, you have to compete against Spurs. These are teams that have better squads and equally better managers than Ten Hag is comparable to Ten Hag is better than Graham Potter, so you could but
I get
Chelsea still have a better squad than us, right? Spurs still have a better squad than us. Liverpool still have a better squad than us. The starting 11, I totally agree that they're a little bit off right now because they have injuries. City have two teams. So you guys just look at it. So, but in order to compete against City, Liverpool, right? You have to match up, and to match up, you have to have at least a team. You have to have at least a team and a half. Right now, we don't even have a full team.
I do see your point, though. I do see your point. But my concern is I don't think the owners are going to spend that kind of money, mate.
And that's why Ten Hag is going to fail.
They're going to like.
That's why Ten Hag is going to fail.
If we win an FA Cup or League Cup, they're probably like, that's enough. What do you need? I can't see them spending that kind of money. And you're right. That might be the reason why he won't make it.
He won't make it because Ten Hag is not going to.
Really sad.
Yeah, because Ten Hag wants to play. He doesn't want to. You don't want to keep playing this way. So eventually, something has to give. I need the players to play the way I really want to play because this is the way I feel we're going to be able to win games and compete. If you don't give me the money, I can't do this. He's going to continue playing the way he's playing, and eventually, we're going to start going out of form. We're going to start losing more games. Right? It's a cycle, man. It's a cycle.
Right.
And the only way it changes is if the owners either back him
or sack him,
or they sell.
Back or sack.
Sell the club.
I hope they sell the club, man.
Is back him or sell the club?
They better sell the club.
Right,
gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure today. Another blockbuster show today. I really appreciate your time, Tampa. Thank you, Devin, for giving us your time and giving us your list of the flops. And we agreed the number one flop, as you know, has been nominated to be the one and only the piano player.
I just wanted I forgot to add one more into a flop list, which it may be unfair.
Who's they?
Phil Jones.
Benji, what do you think? Bams, you think he's a flop? Phil Jones.
Yeah, Phil Jones is a flop. He's a flop.
He's a flop. He's won a league title.
But
he's still a flop.
I think he was very unlucky by injuries. But part of being in a side is making yourself available, being available.
He's never there. He is. I agree.
And this is why this one I think is controversial, because when he does play, he does give his all. He truly does give it his all when he's out there. Of course, the faces and all that become memes as usual when he's playing. Laugh about that. So I don't know.
Where would you put him in your list? Top 5, top 10?
You mean me?
Yeah, no, asking Devin. Devin, where does Phil Jones fit in your list? Would he be your top 5, your top 10, or top 20?
He would not. He definitely would not be a top 5 flop.
Okay.
Because like I'm still debating if he even could be considered a flop.
Right. So he's on the borderline.
He'd be on the borderline for me right now.
Bems, Jones a flop or borderline?
I'm gonna ask this question: how much did he play under Fergie?
A season and a half. He joined United 2010. He won a league title. He won a league title 2013, I think. Yes, he did.
How many games did he play in that season we won the league title?
Hold on. I'm pulling up stats now. Let's see.
I know he's missed about a season and a half if you add all his injuries.
Yeah, he made 17 appearances in the league in 2012, 2013.
17. That's it. Dang.
It's enough for a medal.
Yeah, that's enough for a medal. So if he made only 17 appearances, then he wasn't that influential in winning the title. So I would say he played a part, but he wasn't.
So it was Smallings and it was Smallings.
Yeah, so Smalling's not a flop to me though.
No, I won't flop.
I would put Phil Jones as a flop.
Put Phil Jones as a flop. What would it be your top 5, top 10, or top 20?
He would definitely get top 10 for sure.
Top 10. All right. Well, what can I say? It's been a great show. It's been the king of the flops, and we talked about United transfers, and we predicted about it. We talked about United players in their international forums this week. They played for the countries. Some of them played well, some didn't play well. Some got relegated with the countries in whatever it is. some got relegated. Exactly, to have a country being relegated is what it is, right? And we talked about the game next Sunday, the big city Manchester derby, which can be seen as Super Sunday. But I'm believing it's going to be a draw. I just can't see a defeat. I just can't see a defeat. I don't think it's going to be a thrashing. I don't think it'll be a thrashing. If we lose, it'll be a minor, slight, I mean, a close defeat. But I'll see a draw as max. But I'm just worried about Erling Haaland. That's my concern.
Yep.
If those two guys, Varane and Martinez, could take care of business, I think we should be fine. Vemzy, thank you very much, representing Houston Red Army, the controversial one. Thank you very much for your list as well.
Thank you.
Guys, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for your time, for your list. And it was fun doing this list, and we will get this out as soon as possible. Don't forget to follow us on all the social media platforms. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And check us out on Spotify. See you guys next one. Take care and have a nice weekend. Take care, bro.
All right, man.
Guys.
Yeah, take care. Yeah, thanks.
Bye.